Jackson here. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a pregnant at 17 story time and kind of like a aftermath of what they don't tell you. So let's get into the video. So this all happened back in August of 2018. Me and my boyfriend, who's still my boyfriend to this day, we both went to California at different times just to visit family and friends and whatnot. We saw each other once in a while, but we saw each other, So I started, I found out I was pregnant around August 30th, and I went out there August 10th, something around there. And so I was with my cousin at the time, and I started not feeling good. I was really sick, and usually I get sick when I get on my period. I just thought it was my period or anything, but then it wasn't the time that I was supposed to get my period. Even though my period is irregular, it comes at around a certain time, like a certain date. But so I just started not feeling well. I didn't want to eat certain stuff. Certain stuff grossed me out. I I drank a little bit, but I didn't want to finish it because I didn't feel good at all. So that's when I knew I was I need to go take a pregnancy test because something didn't feel my body felt different. So I had my cousin take me to the dollar store to get a pregnancy test, and I peed on it. I did what I had to do, and it came back positive. So I sent a picture of the positive test to my boyfriend, and he thought I was joking because the pregnancy tests look they're really cheap, so they look like joke ones. So yeah, I sent him a picture of the test, and yeah, he thought it was a joke because it looked like a joke, one of the joke ones. But then my cousin was like, no, those are dollar store ones. I'll take you to Walgreens to get a good one, a clear blue or one of those. So I took one of those too, and sure enough, I was pregnant. So once I sent him an expensive one, he was like, oh, what are we gonna do? That's when we started talking about it. So then brain fart. So then that's when I told my sister. My sister was like, you need to tell mom, because my mom was also pregnant, young, and she was like, she'll know what to do, she'll know how to help you and stuff. And I was super scared because my mom always told me don't ever get pregnant. And of course, what do? I get pregnant. And I told her, and I texted her mom. And usually when I text her mom, because I rarely ever just text her mom flat out, she knows something's wrong. So before she even sent a message or anything, she called me, and I was like, mom, and she was like, what, are you pregnant? I was like, yeah. And she got so mad, which is expected because I have a human, I'm too young. But anyways, so yeah, I went to my doctor's when I got back to Vegas. Oh yeah, and my boyfriend was still in California at the time because he had to find a way out here. But we just because my little sister's birthday is in September, so we just went back to California for her birthday to go to Disneyland, and we just picked him up at that time. So yeah, we just brought him back with us. And so I went to my first doctor's appointment when he was still in California, and they confirmed that I was definitely pregnant. I was 3 weeks pregnant, I think. But yeah, I kept going to my doctors, and my 9 months was really good. I actually missed my belly, but I gained a lot of weight. I used to be so tiny. I was 100 pounds before I got pregnant, and I just kept getting bigger and bigger, and I have so much stretch marks. It's but it's okay. But yeah, I went to the full 40 weeks in like 2 days. So I went to my last doctor's appointment. It was on a Thursday, and he like told me, because I wasn't having like any contractions or nothing. Like she wasn't coming. So he induced me on Thursday. I had to go in. It was like, I think it was around like 4. 4 is when I went to my doctor's, and he checked me. He was like, "You're not dilated." He's like, "You're not dilated. You're not having any contractions or anything." So I had to be induced that night at like 7:30. I had to go to the hospital, and like me and my boyfriend were like calling up everybody. We were telling everybody that I had to be induced, like, because people wanted to come down and like be there, you know. So people came down, and like within like that those hours, and yeah, I was just induced. They told me to eat, which I was really scared to eat, because like I did not want to like poop on anybody. But they said that it's fine if I eat, because it's gonna take a little bit before I go into labor, because I wasn't dilated at all. And so they gave me like a pill in my cervix to like soften it and like get it to get dilated, and they gave me 2 of them every like 4 hours, and it did not work. And it was Friday. So I went to sleep. It was like Friday morning, like 3 o'clock. I started feeling contractions. Or no, sorry. They gave me something to get my contractions going, to like start. They're like fake contractions. I don't know the term for it, but they're like fake contractions to get like real contractions coming. So they gave me those, and before that I fell asleep perfectly fine. And then that's when they started kicking in, and that's when I could not sleep. And like the doctors came in, and they gave me medicine to put me to sleep, and I was out in like a second. I was like, "Phew, I need some of that." But yeah. So um yeah, they gave me those to speed up my contractions. They gave me medicine to make me fall asleep, and then finally it took like so long for me to get to 10 centimeters. But once I was at like 9, they gave me an epidural in my spine, and honestly, it's so worth it. It's like, everyone says like the needle's so big, and I thought it was so big, but it's really not. It's like, it just goes in your spine. You can't move, you can't do anything, and it sucks because I was having contractions as he was putting the epidural in my spine. So, and you can't move or you'll mess it up. So it was really hard to stay still, and I was like crying because it hurt so bad. Like, but once they did it, it was go time, baby. But it's cool because like once the epidural runs out, there's like a button that you can press to get more. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So it was like 2 maybe, and they wanted me to start practicing. Oh, keep in mind that my doctor was not there until like the baby was about to come out. Like, her head was like out. Then he left his house and drove to the hospital. But yeah, so it was like 2 something, and they wanted me to practice pushing because I've never done this before. So I was practice pushing, and like they kept telling me to push a certain way, but I was like, I don't know how to push. Like, I've never done this before, and like they kept getting mad. I was like, yeah, you need to stop, because like I've never done this before, so I don't know what it feels like. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. Sorry, that was my daughter. But so mom was like, push like you got to fart. And like I was like, shoot, okay. So I pushed like I got to fart, and they're like, yes, okay, good job. So then we stopped, and they put like a big mirror in front of like the bed, so I could see like what I was doing and like how it looked and stuff. So they had me practice more, and I got to see like all the glory in her head. But yeah, so once it was like, once they saw her head coming out, they wanted me to push for real. And then So I was like around like 4, so like 4 o'clock, and it took me a while to push. Like I was pushing for like a while. So oh, and let me tell you before like my story time's all over the place, but while I was having contractions, I put like the peanut ball in between my legs to like, you know, I don't know what it really does, but anyways, so she was born like around 4:24 in the afternoon. She weighed 8 pounds, 5 ounces, and 19 inches. She was a big baby, and let me tell you, she messed me up. Like I have stretch marks for days. And yeah, so I'll show you her right now. So this is Evelina. She's 4 months. She'll be 5 months on October 10th because she was born May 10th. So yes, that's Evelina. And now I'm about to get to like the aftermath. So once you push her out, or I pushed her out, they had to cut me, and I had vaginal birth. So if you know, then you know. I'm not gonna explain it. But they had to cut me, and they had to sew that, and they had to sew my insides. And while that was going on, I didn't feel nothing because again I had the epidural and stuff. So thank God for that. But the aftermath is what they don't tell you. Like, but the recovery process sucks, especially for me because yeah. But pretty much they sewed me up, and then they put these big, once they transfer you to like the what is it called? It's like another side of the hospital where once you have the baby, then you go. I forgot the name of it, but yeah. So they took me there, and then I had a nurse show me how to like put like the 5 different things of pads on, and like how to put like wash it and like do all that. And that's like the most disgusting and painful part because it's just not fun. Like, and let me tell you this, I got out of my hospital bed, and the nurse was there, and my boyfriend was there, and I freaking fell. Like, I had to go pee, and I thought that I could walk, which one leg was perfectly fine, and the other leg wasn't, so I thought that I could, like, you know, limp to the bathroom, but apparently I couldn't, so I made it to the bathroom, but I fell, and, like, just gush, just all over. And that sucked because I just fell and it was bad. But after that I got back to my bed and stuff, and it's just painful. Like, it's just painful altogether. Like, not so much like the pushing her out, but like the aftermath. I think that's the worst part, is because like the epidural wears off, and then you feel all your, sorry, I'm keeping an eye on, she's right down here. But that's the worst part. But yeah, that's the worst part. And it just, the aftermath just sucked. But like, it was funny because like after I pushed her, my mom was like, "Can you do this again?" I was like, "Yeah, but I can do this again." And so she just laughs at me about that till this day. But yeah, that's pretty much what they don't tell you and stuff. Like, there's more, but it's just, I don't really want to do the dirty details on here. But yeah, so she's healthy, she's fine, she has her shots. And that was my 17 and pregnant story time. If you have questions, you can Snapchat me, Instagram me. If you want to see more videos, what type of videos you like to see, comment down below or Instagram me anything. So thanks for watching. Bye.